The painting behind me is called Rose Red and Snow White, and it's a very large painting. It's 6 foot by 8 foot, and it's the largest canvas I've ever worked on. I worked on it over the summer, and it's, as you can tell from the title, it's based loosely around childhood fairy tales and fables that have been very influential to me and always have been. And my new show is based on fairy tales. So this is the first painting I did in my new series of work. I have a show later on this year. So the painting behind me, I started sort of early summer. And the first thing I'd do is I'd work out the idea in sketchbooks. And then the next stage that I would do would be I'd produce a working drawing. So this is a scaled drawing where I work out the composition of the piece and whether the idea will translate into paint, and that's its only function. And actually, if you can see that there's details in here that I haven't included in the painting, that's the next process, is eliminating things that don't quite work when you start painting the actual canvas. And the colours too, I mean, they are the original idea maybe where I was coming with the colours, but again colour changes very much so when I'm painting. There are a few interesting elements in this painting that were a challenge, and in the centre line I have used in the opening in the door the face of a grizzly bear, which is part of the story. It's a quirky idea which I liked. It wasn't that it was anecdotal and it fitted the story. I'm not interested in illustrating, but I like the idea of a quirky bear face looking through the door. But of course, I don't want it to stand out, I don't want it to dominate, and I don't want it to create a voyeuristic atmosphere. But that's why I've toned it down a lot and kept it to the colour ground. And so hopefully it doesn't stand out too much. I would be quite happy to paint it out, in other words, if it became a problem. But to me, I feel it fits in with the whole, and it's settled in to place. And in the finished work, you can see how I've tackled the composition in such a large painting. I've never done that size before, so what I decided to do was to divide the canvas down the middle and to create 2 independent paintings on either side that work as a unit, and then to link the 2 stories through the centre line by compositional devices of diagonals and parallels and linking colours, so that the eye travels around the whole canvas equally and there's no dead spot and there's no vacuous spot that drains the overall composition. I want everything to be equal and to the frontal plane. So basically, the 2 compositions on either side are like weighing scales. They balance out and fit together, as I wanted the painting to work in near distance as well as from a distance as well. So I wanted a lot of detail, and this is how I overcame the problem.